dear students. How are you all? I hope you are all fine. So today we'll be continuing with our lessons. Then what we'll be taking today is the topic food. So which is our source of energy and health. So I believe everybody is familiar with what food is. So there is nobody that doesn't eat food. So we all take food every day of our life. So we are familiar with it and some of the concepts we'll be discussing today. So to start with, I will say I will define what food is. So food is any substance that we eat or drink to keep us alive, healthy and strong. So anything at all that we take in to keep us alive, to sustain us, give us good health and also making us strong is what we refer to as food. I believe everybody knows this. So foods are in various sources. They are from various sources and of different kinds. So what are the functions of food? As we all know, food is a major source of our energy. So it provides us energy. There is no how somebody will get energy without food. Our source of energy is our food, is the food that we eat. Then food helps us to grow and also repair our worn out tissues. So for a young child, for instance, it is what makes a child grow, like food. If a child is born and is being fed well, in the case of a child, the food is breast milk. So if the child is fed well, you see that the child grows well. And for adults as well, food is very important. So it makes you grow and also it repairs your worn out tissues. In case of any injury or loss of body parts, so it is through food that you are able to regenerate all these lost parts. Then keeping the body healthy. So it also keeps the body healthy, which is also one of the major functions of food, keeping us healthy. Without food, we cannot be healthy. And that is why in cases where you see people that are malnourished, so malnourished people are not healthy. There's no how they will not look healthy. You understand? They will not even feel healthy. So it is food that really makes us healthy. Then we have also the different types of food that we have. I believe everybody is familiar with this. We have majorly about 6 types or classes of food. So the first of them is carbohydrates, proteins, fats and oils, vitamins and minerals. So we now be taking each of these classes one by one. So we have the carbohydrates. So carbohydrates in their own case, they are made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, and they are the body's main source of energy. So most of what we eat contain carbohydrates, and that is what our body relies on for energy. And examples of them include rice, yam, maize, potatoes, pasta, and other things that you may think of that are carbohydrates. So the major function of carbohydrates is for quick energy for our daily activities. So when you take in carbohydrates, you tend to get quick, we say quick because it is not only carbohydrate that gives energy, but in the case of carbohydrate food, their own energy is a quick one. They quickly release energy that we use for our daily activities. And the second class is proteins. So proteins in their own case, they are complex organic compounds of amino acids. So they are made up of amino acids. So which is their building block. You get. So for carbohydrates, I forgot to mention their own building block is glucose. So it's glucose. Or will I say that their end product, let me put it that way, is glucose. And that is what our body actually needs. And for these proteins in their own case, they are made up of amino acids. And that is after the whole digestion of protein, the building blocks have been produced, which are these amino acids. And that is what the body now requires for building any worn out parts and likes for bodybuilding. So we have examples including meat, fish, beans, meat, and the rest that I can think of. Then the major function, as earlier said, is building and repairing tissues, and also forming enzymes. There is something we call enzymes in the body. So these enzymes and even proteins in our body, they are produced by the proteins we eat. The body is able to produce them through the proteins we eat. And that is why it is a very essential class of food, although all food classes are essential. Then I will move on to fat and oils. So fat and oils are concentrated sources of energy made up of fatty acids and glycerol. So they are energy dense and stored. They are energy dense and stored in the body for future use. So that is why I was saying in the case of carbohydrate, they are quick sources of energy. But in the case of fat and oils, they are also energy poor. Like they are stored in the body for future use. In case of future, when maybe you don't have sufficient source of this carbohydrate to give you energy quickly, then your body now makes use of the stored fat. You get, so it makes use of the stored fat to produce energy for you at those times. And that is the essence of fat and oils, and they are very rich in energy. And the sources or examples include granules. You can talk of butter, palm oil, margarine, avocado, and different kinds of nuts. Yes, all this gives fat and oil. And the function, as earlier said, is providing energy. Then they also help in insulating the body and protecting bones, others. Then the next will be vitamins. Vitamins, in their own case, they are organic compounds needed in small amounts for various biochemical processes that keep the body healthy. So vitamins are very essential to our body because they are needed for biochemical processes that keeps our body healthy and functional. Then we have examples like vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, and all other types of vitamins. So each of them has their specific functions to the body. So, but generally, their functions include regulating body processes, strengthening the immune system, and also preventing diseases. So the next is minerals. We have minerals as also they are inorganic. Mind you, vitamins are organic substances, while minerals are inorganic elements that are required by the body in small amounts for proper function. So that is vitamins. They are required in small amounts, not too much. It shouldn't be too much. So we have examples like calcium, strong bones and teeth. That is what the body used to build strong bones and teeth, especially for the growing children. And we have iron for blood formation. We have like iodine for thyroid function and all that. Then we have functions of it generally being supporting growth, strengthening the bones and teeth, then aiding nerves and muscular functions, amongst others. Then we have water, which is the last